If you're hungry, I guess that's a good thing. And if you're, well, no, if you're hungry and then you go into space and you're smelling steak, that's gonna be really, really devastating because now all you want is food that you don't have. Hello and welcome back to Fun Facts. I'm Diana, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much and welcome back. So, how are you doing? How are you doing today? Especially today. Do you feel good? Do you feel tired? Do you feel excited? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you mad? Because there are a lot of emotions we could be experiencing, and a lot of times we experience them alone, so perhaps if you're going through something and you comment, someone else could relate to you or be of comfort to you. And again, I can always provide some words of wisdom perhaps, or just say something nice. But yeah, just let me know how you're feeling and then we could go from there, because again, we're in this together, right? Even though you're far away and I'm far away, it's still nice to have a conversation with people or to say something to someone. So don't be afraid to say hello, don't be afraid to let me know, because why not, right? But it's all up to you. All right, so well, with me, I will let you know that I am in a really good mood. Really good mood, because I played this game called Horseshoe, and I've never played it before. My friend thought it was kind of wild that I had never played it, but anyways, showing me how to play the game was kind of pretty not hard. It was a simple game and it was actually pretty cool. Now, I wouldn't play that game by myself, but I mean, I guess tossing the horseshoe was kind of cool. It was nice. So I learned how to play that little game. So now I can say I have another sport in my mind that I know how to play. So yeah, have you ever played horseshoe? It isn't bad. I did not win, but there was grass in the area, so apparently if it sticks on the grass upward, I don't know, it's not a terrible thing. And mine kept doing that because I guess I wasn't strong enough to go all across, but regardless, it was kind of fun. So yeah, that's my little day. All right, let's get into the fun facts. Fun fact number 1. Space smells like seared steak. Well, if you're hungry, I guess that's a good thing. And if you're hungry and then you go into space and you're smelling steak, that's gonna be really, really devastating because now all you want is food that you don't have. So that's interesting, right? It's interesting. Well, according to some former astronauts, the spacewalk odor after smell, when I guess they come back to Earth or when they're just out of the walk, they described it as hot metal or seared steak. So then again, it makes sense because sometimes I guess you are cooking steak on some sort of metal pan, so all of that together. And maybe they were just really hungry. I don't know. But apparently some of them do think that it smells like seared steak. So yes, if you ever go to space, be prepared or take some steak with you, which I don't know if you could take steak with you, but you cannot take real food with you, but it's, I think, a powder or something. But regardless, just know that if perhaps maybe you have someone who, maybe when they come back from space, how does that work? You go and you walk, you do your runs, your errands, or whatever job that you're doing out onto the moon and whatnot, and then you come back into the spaceship or you come back home and you just have this strong odor, and it's like you're probably either you're gonna eat a lot of steak or you're just never gonna eat steak again. I don't know. Right? It's complicated. That's basically what it is. But that's interesting, right? All right, let's move on to fun fact number 2. Superman didn't always fly. What? What kind of superhero? Well, most superheroes don't. Actually, I think almost every superhero doesn't fly except for Superman. But anyways, so in the original comics, he used to just hop from tall buildings, and that's kind of how he got to where his destination is, which is, I guess, where they get park hopper. Is that what they call it? Parkin? yeah, I don't know, part when you jump from building to building. But anyways, he could leap tall buildings in one single bound. So that's, I mean, that's still a great superpower. And I guess eventually they realized it would be too difficult to constantly keep drawing him bending his knees and jumping over, and he became a flyer, and or his superpower improved and grew and became a flyer. So yeah, I mean, that's really cool. Anyways, I like the fact that he flies, so that makes it more. Doesn't Spider-Man hop? Spider-Man hops from building to building. So, well, does he hop? No, he swings over. Okay, forget what I just said. All right, let's move on to fun fact number 3. Dolphins have been trained to be used in wars. What? How? Well, we all know, or at least most people know, or many, maybe not most, but a lot of people do know who observe dolphins and are aware of dolphins, of how intelligent they are. But they're actually very helpful. Right? I mean, that's really cool. I did not know that. So I'm pretty impressed. I love dolphins. They're the cutest thing ever. Oh my gosh. Okay, they're one of the cutest things ever. I mean, you see them, they look like they're smiling when they smile at you. When you look at them, or when they look at you and you look at them, they always look like they're smiling. And that's so beautiful and the most adorable thing in the world. So I love dolphins. I just love them. They're so cute. But anyways, they were used during the Cold War and the Vietnam War. So, I mean, that's pretty dope. That's amazing, okay? They were trained to detect mines, bring equipment to divers, find lost equipment, and guard submarines, amongst other nifty tricks. That's pretty cool, okay? If you don't think that's cool, I don't know what to say, but that's really, really cool. Because, I mean, okay, I'm trying to think of how, you know, you have this beautiful, beautiful sea creature that's just swimming around and you can't notice that it's actually doing some work, but it's out there working for you and you're just thinking that it's so cute, just swimming and minding its own business, but it's on a duty, okay? It's on duty. That's amazing. I mean, are you shocked by this as well? Are you surprised, or did you know that? I don't know. But that's really cool. All right, let's move on to the last fun fact of the day. Fun fact number 5. Pringles aren't actually potato chips. I will not lie, kind of sort of knew that because the texture is different. Did anyone else kind of think of that? But it's not that they're completely not part of the potato company. They're just not considered potato chips, and here's why. That's because Pringles aren't made of thinly sliced potatoes, but instead dehydrated potato flakes pressed into their signature parabolic shape. That's what keeps them from being a potato chip. Just that little tiny little change that they made keeps them away from a potato chip. So the next time you're craving a potato chip, don't really grab for a Pringle because that won't be considered the thing that you're looking for. That's just it. Right? That's really interesting. Okay, so I always didn't know what it was because it had a very different flavor, texture, blah blah blah. But that's interesting that it is just made out of a potato flake. So it does have some sort of potato in it, but that's interesting. I like that information. And actually the company ended up calling it a potato crisp. That makes more sense. So there's no confusion. It's not a potato chip, it's a potato crisp because it still has a bit of a potato made out of it. So that's pretty awesome. All right, I hope that was interesting for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.